Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is Friday, September 10th, but I recorded this at Thursday because Friday I will be out for a while, so I recorded it at Thursday. Finally, the match group, right? We bought in match group for about 4 months already. In between, its share price goes up and goes down, goes up and goes down. We've been patient for a long time, for 4 months already, and finally it becomes the blue chip of S&P 500 index. So one day before, its share price up 11% at one night, because other unit trusts they have to bought it because they may follow the S&P 500 index. They have to follow the MSCI, something like that. So we've been waited for it for a long time, right? So today's video, I will take a brief introduction. Actually, I did it last month in Hong Kong's program to introduce match group for this year's upper half year's performance. So today we are going to introduce match group. Finally, becomes blue chip of S&P 500 index. Our Falcon portfolio decreased at 1%, right? 99%. I think it's okay to you, right? So if you have any message, then or you want me to analyze on any subjects or any stocks, you can directly email to us by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com or leave your comment under the YouTube. So this is the Falcon 350,000 portfolio, and we achieved 99%, right, after 19 months. All are positive, right? This is most update just at Thursday afternoon. So today we are going to introduce the match group, right? We know that this is an app. I come to match group at about 2007, something like that, in Hong Kong. 2006, 2007. At that time, there is no smartphone. You can't use it on the smartphone. You can use it on the PC. Normally, it's just on the PC by the match, right? By the match website. And now you can use it on PC, on tablet, on smartphone, whatever, right? So now it's quite convenient. You can see some very famous brand under Match.com, like Match Group, right? Tinder is the queen of Match, right? And then it's OkCupid, and then it's Hinge. All are very famous socializing app, right? So Dow Jones yesterday down a little bit. Nasdaq also down a little bit. So we can see the match group stock price history, right? It quite hit the bottom, right? At about October, something like that. It hit the bottom, right? Because I don't know why. Because actually we have analyzed the performance of match. I think all are okay. I don't know why. Only one thing is the long depth a little bit big for the long depth. Otherwise are okay. But you can see match group share price down from 160 to 130 something, but we are still holding them because I believe the performance. And then it suddenly bounce up to 160 something. It's not still not reached its peak high of 174, but that gets better, right? So this is yesterday's news, right? Tinder's owner. Tinder is the very famous app for match group for socializing, right? So Tinder owner match group is joining the S&P 500. Here's why that matters. Why it's so important. So you can see at the first paragraph, right? There is a lot of dating services stock that are belonged to. Maybe you don't know, right? But they are belonged to match group. Tinder, OkCupid, Match.com, Hinge, and some 40 other dating apps. They all belong to Match Group, right? So finally, the final day, that September 20, that means 1 week after, Match Group finally goes into the US Blue Chip Index on S&P, right? So, and that, is it a big deal? Yes, it's a big deal, because a lot of giant corporations like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Warren Buffett, right? They are also in the S&P 500. So it is quite okay. It's quite happy for the stock we own of Match also go into S&P 500. So you can see the share of Match Group were up almost 8%. And finally, it goes up 11% at that day, right? Match Group is that high performing, right? So let's see at the performance part, right? So you can see, let me introduce to you in the later part of the performance of Match Group. So which company is getting blue, right? And Match Group will replace another company called Perrigo, right? It's for the drugs, right? For medicines, which will be demoted to the S&P Mid Cap 400, right? So I think that's okay to us, right? Maybe you don't know, right? This is Korea dating app. Is called HyperConnect. It's called HyperConnect. It just bought by Match Group, because Match Group want to go into Korea. You know that Korea is, right? Korea and Japan, they have their culture. So maybe you have to, if you want to go into their society, you can only buy their products, right? And the revenue of HyperConnect is quite all right. You can see at the left-hand side. The left-hand side's revenue, the first column is without the HyperConnect, and the second column is with the HyperConnect, right? It takes about 8% of the revenue of Match for HyperConnect come to join the family, right? And in 2021, the third quarter, the total Match income is quite alright. It's something like 800 million US dollar. It's quite a big amount. And in the fiscal year of 2021 is 3,000 million US dollar, right? It's quite a big amount for dating, right? You can't imagine it just for dating. It's just for dating, and then you can earn a lot of money like that, right? So this is the app, right? So this app has some features, right? You can, how to say, many years before, in 2007, when you have to use a dating website, it's not an dating app site, right? You can only use typo, right? And use the what we can call is the picture. You can only upload your picture, right? And now today, the things are changing, right? So you not only can only upload your picture for Match or for Tinder, you can upload your video. You can upload your video, and then for the another half, say you are a lady and a man, I want to, oh, you are so pretty, for your picture I want to see something that is moving, not just a picture. Then he can pay, and then he can see your video. Or if he can pay and to satisfy some of the condition of Match, then you both can check online for a short while, something like that. So you can get, how to say, you can know each other more better than just by, at the time when 2007, it's just by email. You don't know. Maybe you see the picture, she is very pretty, but the real person is something like that, right? When you can see that, when you see the picture, there's a joke that one man see a lady is very pretty on the picture, very pretty, very beautiful, and then when they came out, they said, "You become old." And then the lady said, "Yes, this picture is 20 years before." So now, no matter Match, Tinder, or even Facebook, you can check online. immediately, right? But you have to pay already. So become a member or become a silver member, a gold member, something like that. So you can first you can check online, and then you can see the video online, and then finally you can check online with the video. So make sure that you know each other. Most percent is not a 10 years before you, right? So this program is called Hakuna, something like that, Hakuna. So it's not like the right hand corner where you use a very pretty cartoon to replace yourself, right? And this is Tinder Explore. Tinder Explore is for you to how to say, for those ladies and men, they share the same hobbies, like the pet, right? I like pets, right? You like pets. I want to know a gentleman, then he must like dogs, he must like cats, because I have dogs, I have cats, right? Something like that. You share the same hobbies, right? Otherwise, sorry, no matter you are very, very handsome than Tom Cruise, I won't date with you because you don't like dogs, right? Something like that. So you can see the Tinder is the queen. It's the queen card of Match.com. So you can see Tinder's revenue is gradually increasing, year-over-year growth, right? And Tinder's mainly is also in America, in North America, and then the second market is in the Western Europe. There is a lot of brand under Match.com. So in the right hand side is some brands that are quite mature. The Match is very long time, right? And OkCupid is very long time. Plenty of Fish is very long time. Emerging brands means the brands that is quite new. It's quite new. Just launched it maybe for 1 and 2 years. Like Hinge, Pairs, Black. Black is for black people, right? And then Hawaii is for Japan, and then some is for Asia. Hakuna is for Korea, something like that. You also can see even for the established brand or something for emerging brand, the year-over-year growth is quite strong, right? You can see the established brand, they have a year-of-year growth, still have 30%, right? And then for the emerging brands, they have the year-over-year growth is 71%, right? So for Hinge, POF, Live web apps, for those apps, actually you can see the direct revenue is increasing very sharply from 2019 to 2020 to 2021, even though there is pandemic in between. So this is a shortcut, right? So no need for you to see this shortcut. I will introduce later on. So you can see in the yearly performance report, revenue increasing, and then the OI, operating income, increasing, and then EBITDA increasing. So you can see the payers, right? Payers is those they will pay, right? I will pay for pay member, and then silver member or gold member. So you can see the increment. The most sharply is for Asia, APAC, and then is still America, and then is Europe. And then you can see the 2021 Q2 compared to 2020 Q2, right? Actually, all are increasing nearly in same altitude, right? Even though there is pandemic in between. So this is the financial result. You can see the revenue of America, Europe, and Asia. They all growing up, right? And then the payers for the people for the customer that will pay. For America is 16% increment, Europe 13%, and then Asia is 17%. And then for every payer, right, the revenue per payer for America increased to 8%, Europe increased to 13%, and Asia increased to 12%. So I have made a very shortcut, right? You can take a look. For upper this year, from January to June, the whole Match Group, the revenue increased at 25% compared to last year. You can say last year has the pandemic, but you can see the net income. The net income is 0.31 billion, but in 1 year before it's a loss because of the pandemic, right? And then the net income rate is 22.5%. Quite all right for an app, right? On-hand cash is just 0.23 billion, is less than 1 year before. And the long-term note is 3.96 billion, quite a lot. Quite a lot. This is the part I was not satisfactory. This is the part. So I have calculated for you. For the yearly capital plus interest that she need to pay back, she need to pay is 0.594 billion. How much it occupied for the yearly income, net income, it occupied nearly 96%. That means if she needs to improve, she have to increase the net income, which I think she will, because the pandemic is less important, is less serious. You know that, right? Less people will go for the dating app because I can't go out, right? Even I know you now, I can't go out, so they will choose to pay later, just to browse some free of charge contents, something like that, right? But they won't pay, or even they pay, they will just pay for the normal members. So let's wait, see how the pandemic goes. If the pandemics disappear, then they can pay for the silver member or the gold member. So the net income may increase, right? May increase, but we don't know. We have to see the next quarter's performance. So this is all for Match.com, and finally we wait for its share price to go up 11% for 1 day, right? So that's a good thing. And normally I will hold one stock for a few years. Many years before, I will hold a stock. My target is to hold a stock for 10 years, right? But nowadays everything changes so rapidly, especially under the pandemic. So I changed the policy is whenever I consider a stock, I will consider to hold it for about 5 years, right? 5 years, like the Moody, I will consider to hold it for 5 years, and then we'll see how it goes, right? And for short term, I will at least for middle term, not short term, right? For middle term, I will at least to consider to hold a stock for 2 or 3 years. But I won't consider to hold it for less than 1 year. So this is my point of view, right? If you think like this, then you will have different strategy. All right, so this Match.com, let's see for the fourth quarter's performance. I think will come out very soon, right? So let's see how it goes, right? Then we can decide if we can hold it more or maybe, right? And I don't think that I will sell it out. But actually, there is some rivals coming up, like Facebook. Facebook is tracing very closely. Very closely. Facebook is have their Facebook meeting, something like that. Facebook meeting, and then, Facebook have a lot of customers, right? So Facebook is doing something very close to Match. You can check online, but Facebook may use another name, right? Not exactly use Facebook, but under Facebook. Facebook may develop. Actually, I think she did it already. She developed an app, so they can also check online. They can also upload a video, and then for the payment, something like that. You know that Facebook actually is much bigger than Match, right? But in the positioning of Match is better than Facebook, because Facebook is a social media, not for dating, right? So Facebook has to use another company name, not Facebook, right? But actually, we also have Facebook, right? So it doesn't matter. We have both, right? Okay, let us share up to here. And then if you like this video, please give me a like. Then if you have any comment, please leave your comment under the YouTube or email to me. Or you can share to your friends if you think your friends like this, right? So please help to press the subscribe button and then press the icon bell next to it. Then for next week, whenever there is a new video uploaded, YouTube will inform you automatically. Okay, thanks for watching, and I wish you have a very nice weekend. Let us see next Friday. Bye bye.